You harm yourself as dust thrown against the wind comes back to the thrower. In this video, I'll explain what karma is, discover if it's real or not, and learn how to apply its principles that can significantly improve your existence. Your time is valuable, and we will respect that by making this clear and concise as usual, without any pointless rambling. So, what is karma? Karma is a philosophical concept and belief that originated particularly from Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, and Jainism. The actual word is derived from the ancient Sanskrit term that means action or deed. In Buddhism, this extends to intentional action, meaning that intention is the karma. Intention is the action being either physical, verbal, or mental. This concept stands as one of the most profound spiritual doctrines explaining the dynamics between actions and their resulting consequences. As you have probably figured out already, karma has many connections with the 12 universal laws, as it's often also called the law of cause and effect, and its principles are closely tied to all the universal laws of existence. To give a very simple example, think of a stone you throw in a pond. The stone creates ripples that hit the opposing shore and eventually come back to you. This is how karma works, like the ripples in the pond that was acted upon with a stone. Now, karma is divided into two parts, the wholesome karma or good karma, and the unwholesome karma, or the bad and neutral one. The wholesome karma is all our good intentions, our good actions either being physical, verbal, or just thoughts. Things like love and kindness, compassion, altruism, patience, love, generally truly good deeds. With these, we generate wholesome karma. When it comes to the other part, the unwholesome karma, this is not only about the bad intentions as you might suspect, but also about the neutral karma. So our bad or evil intentions either being physical, verbal, or mental, like hatred, greed, injustice, basically causing intentional harm to others, generate the bad karma. The other component of unwholesome karma is a neutral one about intentions that doesn't add up to or generate wholesome karma. Things we do in our day-to-day life that require intention, like sleeping, eating, traveling, and so on. The concept of karma goes even further, saying that we are carrying the sum of our karmic actions from our past lives into this one, and our next life will be more easy, or in contrast, more challenging based on our karmic actions in this life. Since reincarnation goes into a more abstract philosophical concept, we won't get into it in this video. Now, although the karma concept hasn't been fully and undeniably proved by science yet, let's explore some studies and credible personalities that have reinforced the concept. Alvin Ward Gouldner, an esteemed PhD sociology professor, has conducted a study in the 1960s exploring the widespread human tendency toward reciprocity and its implications for social behavior. Gouldner's study results showed that when an individual performs a kind gesture, the recipient often feels a psychological urge to reciprocate. Stephen G. Post, a prominent figure in the realm of bioethics, philosophy PhD and writer, published a study in International Journal of Behavioral Medicine in 2005, underlying that altruistic acts positively affect both emotional health and overall health. The research proposes that individuals who engage in acts of kindness and generosity experience heightened feelings of happiness, contentment, and reduced stress. These beneficial psychological effects can, in turn, have a cascading positive impact on one's physical health, including potential reductions in cardiovascular risk and improvements in longevity. Dr. Wayne Dyer, the renowned self-help author and motivational speaker, frequently discussed the concept of karma in his works. He highlights the idea that the energy we put into the world returns to us, often emphasizing the importance of leading a life filled with love, kindness, and positivity to attract similar energies. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. The Dalai Lama, a revered spiritual leader, firmly believes in the concept of karma. He teaches that our actions not only impact our present circumstances, but also shape our future. The Dalai Lama's words carry enormous weight within the Buddhist community, where the concept of karma is central to their beliefs. Live a good and honorable life, then, when you are older, you can look back and enjoy it a second time. So, is karma real or not? Knowing that the concept of karma in different specific forms is embraced by most of the religions, many cultural foundational beliefs, psychology, sociology, chemistry, neuroscience, and countless different fields, I think it's safe to say that this concept is so widely spread that cannot be denied as being a very palpable and real one. Although I am still waiting for the headline that says, "Here it is, we undeniably proved it, karma is 100% real," I think each one of us should be aware of this principle that can be truly transformative. Going to a more personal insight, I have always been somehow naturally aware of the concept of karma. Even being very young, when I haven't even heard of the concept and neither being a religious person, I've always believed to the extent of certitude that my intentional actions, good or bad, will always come back to me. Being curious by nature, I've also tested the concept to some degree, meaning that I had certain set periods when I was intentionally reminding myself of the "what you give is what you get" concept, resulting in a greater density of wholeness karma than in normal periods. Coincidence or not, there have been quite a few times when these karma awareness periods were followed by unexpected opportunities or rewards, both in the material and the spiritual realm. Now that we understand what karma is and how it works, it will be easier to apply its principles into our daily lives. Knowing that what we project outwards with our intentional action, physically, verbally, or mentally, comes back to us, will naturally guide you to think twice when you're on the verge of doing something that might feed the bad karma. But we're mere humans, we can't be perfect, and bad karma will always be present and affect our lives. The good news is that generating wholesome karma is not hard at all, and everyone is able to achieve a greater proportion of it in contrast with the unwholesome karma. Here are some efficient ways to generate good karma. Self-reflection. Start by reflecting on your actions and their potential consequences, and try to consider what impact your decisions may have on others and how they align with your values. Positive intent. Strive to make choices with positive intent. Be mindful of your thoughts, words, and deeds, aiming to bring goodness and positivity into the world, and ultimately generating wholesome karma that will flow back into your own life. Kindness. Engage in acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. Small gestures of goodwill can create a ripple effect of positivity in your life and the lives of others. You know that warm feeling in the chest when you help somebody just because you were in the fortunate position to do so without any apparent personal gain. That feeling is pure kindness, and it might just be instant good karma hitting our existence. Forgiveness and letting go. If you've made mistakes in the past, learn to forgive yourself. Holding on to guilt or regret only perpetuates negative energy. Let go of the past and focus on creating a better present and future. In the grand scheme of things, karma serves as a reminder that our actions matter and the energy we put into the world can influence our own destiny. So as you are always trying to make your life better and more fulfilling, remember the power of karma and try to apply his principles as often as you can. You can choose to be the architect of your own karma, and you'll find yourself on a journey of personal growth, self-discovery, and a more meaningful existence. Karma is a force that, whether you consider it real or fake, undeniably shapes the world around us, and this world would be a substantially better place if the majority would believe and apply these principles. Nobody can't deny that, and this is as real as it gets. If we brought value to your day, consider giving us a thumbs up and help us spread this message by sharing it to the ones you care about. There are people that might need this knowledge, and by knowing and applying the universal, powerful force known as karma, will help them and also create a better world.